Is my final Wix portfolio. This is my homepage. On the right, there's this picture of me, and then I have my name and my bio. And as I continue to scroll down, there's like a little contact page for people to send me a message. And then I have my number at the very bottom. I then have my resume tab, which I changed things. I had like a title that said CV, but it didn't match where it said resume on the tab here. So I took that away and brought this up. So it's like the first thing people see when they come on to my resume page. So yeah. Then I have my photojournalism. For my photo essay, I did basically COVID's impact on concerts. I went to Radnor Studios in Murfreesboro for a show that Kling Magazine was putting on. And I got to see the different protocols that venues are implementing now. And then I spoke with Michaela Frazier, who is head of Kling and does most of their bookings, Gabriella Hughes, who's a tour photographer, and Taylor Wadsworth, who is just an avid concert goer. And that's how I did my infographic, was the information I got from those interviews about just like different things that now go into place for concerts to happen. And yeah, this was probably my most challenging project just because I kind of underestimated how difficult it was going to be to shoot in dark lighting. Like it was pitch black in there, and I learned very quickly that your settings need to be perfect or else you're just not going to get the correct shot. Especially when you can't edit in situations like this, like everything needs to be perfect or else, yeah, you're just not going to get anything good. Yeah, I think overall I got some good shots, even with like it being difficult like that. Next, I have my reporters package. I did it on trash pickup delays in Nashville. I had some trouble here. Carol Owens, I was supposed to interview at the beginning of March, but she caught COVID, so we kept having to reschedule. And then on the day that I finally got to interview her, the second person I was going to interview afterwards ended up canceling on me. So luckily, there was a girl I approached after interviewing Carol that was walking on the street, and I was like, "Hi, can I please interview you for assignment?" And it worked out well. It actually worked out really well. She had like information. She used an app that the city put together for pickup, and she was able to add information to that interview, into that story. So it worked out well.
For the past 3 months, Nashville residents have been facing extreme trash and recycling pickup delays. It has been taking weeks in some neighborhoods for removal services to come. Carol Owens, who lives in Antioch, says it takes weeks at a time for recycling and trash to be picked up.
Since January of this present year, we've had some major inconsistencies with our recycling. Our recycling comes maybe three.
Next, we have my audio story. I did it on how the pandemic has affected students' mental health. This was probably the easiest. I had very little problems with finding interviews and getting all that done. COVID-19 has impacted more than college students' physical health. The changes the pandemic brought caused students to develop symptoms of depression, anxiety, and stress. Caitlin Talbot, a senior at Belmont University, can attest to this.
It's so stressful. It's like you're taking a class online via Zoom that is meant to be in person. So off the bat, it can be confusing to understand.
Being physically out of the classroom brought difficulties too. Many students felt isolated doing class over Zoom alone. Talbot says,
There's only so much social interaction you get from Zoom breakout rooms.
classes have since moved back in person, but the effects of the pandemic are still impacting students. Talbot adds,
Going back to campus was hard. I kind of forgot how to interact with people normally since it had been so long.
Alex Silvers is a graduate student and a TA at Massachusetts College of Art and Design. She noticed changes in her students since returning to campus too.
I've had an influx of students asking for extensions on projects and assignments. I would say a lot of them are for mental health reasons.
Camille Cass, a graduate psychology student and a student worker at Belmont University's counseling services, has seen an increase in students beginning therapy.
Since the pandemic started, there has been a significant increase of students requesting counseling appointments. In my opinion, the pandemic had a major impact on their mental health.
For digital media skills, this is Kylie Feltman-Wright. And then I have my contact page, which is very similar to what it was on my homepage. Yeah,